All right, welcome back to the pod. Championship week is officially here. Week 16 gave us chaos, clutch performances, and a whole lot of pain depending on which side you're on. We're breaking down what actually mattered, what's changing heading into the championship round, who helped and who hurt when it counted the most. Welcome to the Friendly Fades. All right, guys. So the agenda for today is really simple. One, we'll just touch on best players of week 16. Then we'll move to players that are trending up and trending down. Who needs to catch the friendly fades this week? Then we'll talk about the semi-final matchups. Love to get Steve's input on why he think he won, why Jack Boys pulled it off as well, and then we'll go into the championship predictions to wrap it up. Sound cool?
Say less.
All right, so best players of week 16. You guys surprised Puka led the league in fantasy scoring?
Not me at all. Not the
he
way.
went crazy. I don't know if you were watching that game, but it
Not the way
seemed
Matthew
like him
Stafford.
and yeah. So we got Puka,
Puka's
who
been
led
doing
the
that
way.
all year.
Absolutely win.
He just plays hard.
225, 2 touchdowns.
Hey.
And he's a gamer. I don't know if you guys were watching that game. Him and that DB were going back and forth, like talking a lot of smack, and he was just not backing down.
Yeah, Puka's a dog. That was a great game by Puka.
But
They
even
lost that game though too, huh? Am I tripping?
they lost, man. That was
They
a
lost
crazy
that
game.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that
they
was actually a
lost
real good game.
at the end. It was kind of a crazy series of events for Seattle, just bounced in their favor, but they lost by 1 point at the end.
Yeah.
They went for that 2-point conversion to win it, which was kind of crazy, but yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, Puka
But
snap,
look, Matt
man.
Stafford still was a top 5 performer. Brock Purdy did well. I know, Steve, you were talking about Brock Purdy is a good buy in your opinion. Trevor Lawrence, second week in a row, he's been in the top 3. Obviously, Joe Burrow doing not a lot to play for, but he can throw up 30 pretty easy on anybody.
Right.
Jared Goff, Steve has Jared Goff, and he did pretty well as well. So
Yeah, not a surprise. I feel like Joe has a lot to prove. I think even though they're out of the playoff race, I feel like Joe Burrow and Cincinnati just have a lot to prove, especially Joe. And I think they're going to continue to all perform well. I think they have a pretty good matchup this week. I think like T. Higgins, Jamar, Chase Brown, I think they're all going to have pretty good fantasy performances this week, especially Joe.
yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. It seems like there's a lot of chaos going on over there right now. But when I look at the top 10 here, I don't think this is one of the few weeks I feel like there's not a random name. It's like elite players were the top 10.
I would say Olave.
Chase Brown. I mean,
Even
Olave.
though Steve did call that, I probably wouldn't have started Olave either.
Yeah, I thought that Olave has just been playing really decent, really good these last couple of weeks. And I said it, I felt like he was going to have a good game. Him and Shuck kind of have been building chemistry. So honestly, I was surprised that Phillip took him out of the lineup for Drake London. Just because, players that come back from injury right away, you saw with like Bucky Irving, it's like these teams aren't just going to throw him in and, get them crazy active. It takes time to get acclimated again. So I was surprised. I thought Olave's just been playing really good the last couple of weeks, and I'm not really surprised.
Yeah, I mean, he had 31 points, 17 and a half the prior week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last 2 weeks he's been playing real good. Shit, he probably does that against Tennessee too. Probably gonna keep it rolling.
Do you think that he can hold like that playing ability with? I haven't watched the Saints play so much, but with Tyler Shuck,
facts.
Yeah, I do. I think Shuck he's showing some flashes. He's a decent quarterback, and Olave's always been a really good wide receiver.
Yeah, he's always been good. He's always been.
Just with it's just his concussion situation. But I would be excited to have Olave on my team.
A lot of those balls were some murder balls that unfortunately he took paid the price for trying to make a play. But these next 2 weeks, bro, against Tennessee and Atlanta, I think he continues this trend up for sure.
Yeah, I don't see how he doesn't against those last 2 teams.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy. These Lions, man, they're probably not even gonna make the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just their defense. Their defense. I think them losing Ben Johnson and as offensive coordinators kind of showing now too, because you have like Dan Campbell and them calling the plays, and they just kind of look out of sync. They have the talent, but you're kind of seeing the effect of like
Yeah,
not having Ben Johnson and then seeing how
it's kind of wild.
the Bears are playing.
Yeah, I'm
So when
talking
we
about.
look at the players who are trending up and trending down, let's see. Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I think I'm
So what do you
having
think
some
about
issues
Dylan
on my side.
Sampson? What do you think like his value is after? What do you think like his value is after? Um, what's his name, Juckins?
Junkins
Because
is
he's
out. Oh
trending up.
man, I liked him coming out of
Yeah,
college
Judkins is
at Tennessee. You talking about no? You talking about Samson, right?
Yeah, because he's trending up right now. Because obviously Judkins got hurt. So what
Yeah,
do you
Junkins
think
got hurt.
about his future? What do you think about his future wrapping up this season and going into next season when Judkins being hurt?
I actually like him with Shador a lot. I think that team is. I mean, they got a nice. I don't know what's the deal with the coaching stuff over there, but as far as just the young players that they got, the young talent, man, he's a nice piece to have for Shador. For sure, I feel like they'll complement each other's playing style because he likes throwing out the backfield too, and that's a receiver, or he's like a playmaking type of running back. You know, you can put him at receiver in the slot too. So I feel like he's actually going to put up pretty decent numbers next season while Judkins is out, man. For real.
Like, do you think he's worth? You think he could be a running back too, or just a flex player, or what are your thoughts? Because who
Who
else do they got back there? They don't really have much, right?
now they have Raheem. They have what's old boy's name? Shit, I gotta pull it up.
See, it says he definitely has opportunity to take over as the lead back for sure.
Especially for next season, because Judkins is probably gonna be out all year. Why can I pull up their team? Let's see.
Yeah, I think I mean
I got it
he's
right here.
obviously gonna have the opportunity to get a lot of the the snaps there. I'm just not going to like run and try to go buy like a Sampson just because like I don't know
Values up right
what he's
now.
going to be. I mean, he did play pretty well when he started. Didn't he start the first game for you, Bake? And I think he had like I think he put up
Yeah,
decent
he had a
numbers when
good
he was
game.
starting.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he put up like 13 points the first game. He hasn't had a huge game. His most is 15 points, which was against Vegas.
and that was
I was
early
like
on in the season. I think
I was early on.
yeah, I think if you have Dylan Sampson on your roster like Bake does, um, it's a good opportunity just to see how he does. I'm if I don't have him on my roster, I'm not running to like go buy a Dylan Sampson just because there's just so much uncertainty with the backfield. So the opportunity's there. I just think people get like really excited when they see that and they'll start throwing like second rounders, players, maybe just trying to take a chance right away because maybe he could pop. But I kind of had to see a little bit more out of him. But Bake having him, like it's cool to just kind of see what he can turn into, especially just getting all the snaps.
You think he's in the same boat right
Yeah,
now as
I'm
like a Blake
curious.
Corn or what? Like kind of the
He's
same
probably
No,
ballpark?
ahead because he pretty
He's
much
taking over
has
that
the back.
RB1
It's his
spot.
position to lose.
I
It's
know.
basically his position to lose, I
I
feel
can't
like.
pull up the team though. I don't see it.
yeah. No, but you have to like especially like in dynasty you get excited because you're like okay he's gonna get all the opportunity and you kind of just have to see but like with Blake Corum it took him all last year this year towards the end you could kind of see Blake like taking over and kind of like establishing himself and I just think you kind of have to like hamper expectations with Dylan Sampson because you see like Audric Estime right for the Saints he was gonna get all the snaps everyone was so excited they were saying plug him in as your flex and I picked up Audric Estime just to kind of see, but there was no way I was gonna plug him into my flex spot without kind of seeing. And thankfully I didn't, because I think Audric Estime had like 6 points. So it's cool, but you have to just kind of like let it play out a little bit. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Audric Estime is on the trend down. What about Quinshon Judkins? So do you think it could be a good time to buy and hold him since he's trending down right now?
If you need a running back, if you're scarce that running back, yeah, I would say. Um, other than
Or you
that,
think he's not proven enough to even take that bet? Because who knows what he's going to be when he gets back, right?
watch them this year, man. I actually like Quinshon Judkins. Like somebody like I don't know who's somebody in our league that's like scarce at running back. Maybe like a C Brooks. I doubt he might go
Well,
for him, but I
Shea,
mean, or Shea.
like Shea,
The way
Shea.
Shea moving, Shea liable to do anything. Um, maybe like a Shea then too. I mean, yeah, because and then they'll have two young ones going into like year 4. They'll have um old boy from Vegas and Judkins. That's actually Genty. Yeah, that actually might be
Yeah,
a
Genty.
national backfield if he could pull that off. I don't know
I
what I
like
would buy
Quinshon
him at.
Judkins.
Like you giving up a 2 for Judkins right now? or a player?
Yeah,
Like, who's a player
I
you
don't
would give
think
up for Judkins?
I think Judkins is no, I don't think you can get Judkins for a second rounder. I think he's kind of shown flashes of
He's
being
worth.
that back, that workhorse. So I think he's worth like a late first, or like a lower end wide receiver one. Like I have, I don't know those. I feel like with rookies, when it comes to rookies that kind of shown potential, I don't really like to buy those type of players because I know that people who have them, they're expecting a lot in return, and I like to see like a couple years before I'm gonna go give a first rounder or a high end running back or a high end wide receiver to go acquire them. So I do think having Quinshawn Judkins is a good piece, but I know whenever you see like rookies kind of snap in their first year, the owners like are gonna ask for the world. So I'm personally not trying to go buy Quinshawn Judkins because I know Shay's going to ask for a lot.
Well, what do you
Even
think
with
happens
his
to his
injury.
value after that injury? Like, what do you think? Because I think for sure he was probably Shea would probably would at least want a first, maybe a little something extra for him. But after that injury, what do you think his value is worth now?
Still the same because he didn't. It's not like he tore like an ACL or MCL. I think it's just a broken leg. So I expect him to kind of be back earlier in the season. So it's not like if it was a an Achilles injury or ACL or something kind of scary. I mean, he does have a history of being injured, but again, like I think Shay's gonna ask for at least a first, or Shay's gonna want another running back. Like, would you give a Chase Brown for Quinshon Judkins? I don't know. I feel like that's someone he would want, and I wouldn't do that, but that's the type of player he could probably get, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too.
But you know how it is with these rookies. Like Bake has a Mecca, and I'm sure Bake would want a lot for a Mecca, but I rather just kind of play it out a couple years and then see how he is. And then if I'm gonna go get him and pay that
Yeah,
price, then at least I got a couple years of like looking at him.
So I don't know if you guys saw that Pittsburgh game. I'm sure everyone knows DK got suspended for this week, and he's on the trend down as well. And I've been thinking a lot about potentially moving off of him. What are your thoughts on DK's kind of long term value for next season? I guess in particular, like what do you think I can get for him?
if you're trying to come up off DK, well, shit is
Yeah, because I
who
feel
doesn't?
like for DK, I could probably, I would love to. I don't know. I still think DK is pretty valuable. Um, I mean, he's had some good weeks.
I wonder what they do at QB next year.
Sure,
I mean, is A-Rod still gonna be
that's
there?
the biggest
Like,
question mark.
that's still like kind of up in the air. So, do they go get a quarterback?
But
If they get a quarterback that could is competitive, I like DK.
I mean, he's wide
But
receiver
yeah,
18 in the player rankings still for this year.
for this year,
Um, yeah,
yeah, I mean Pittsburgh. Who else does Pittsburgh have that they can? He's like the clear number one there. I mean, they have Roman Wilson out of Michigan that I thought was going to be well, but
they
he
got
doesn't get
Adam
the ball.
Thielen, which he's kind of old.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
they
it's
really
I
don't
think
probably
got much.
I think DK is a probably a hold. I don't think anyone's like rushing to go buy a DK, but like I wouldn't mind DK on my roster. I think he's worth, a second round pick, or he's just he's going to get the opportunity. So I like DK. I think your best bet is just to hold on a DK, but I wouldn't mind having like a DK on like a contending team. Cuz you see this week, bro, like the top performers were all dudes that get it done. There
Yeah, they
wasn't like
were.
any guessing. Like
Yeah,
at
they were
some point,
all.
the guys that are good are gonna snap, and I feel like DK is a good player, and you're gonna get some good weeks out of him. So,
Yeah, there really wasn't anybody who was like a one hit wonder. These are all upper echelon talent in the league for sure. Maybe Jalen Warren's like the one that's the anomaly there, but I mean, he is a starting running back. So,
but I
but
think Pittsburgh is starting to run the ball a lot more. You see with like Kenneth Gainwell and
yeah,
Warren, and they're
Kenneth did
finding.
well too. He had 20 points as well on top of Jalen Warren.
So
So,
it
yeah.
kind of
Jalen
sucks
Warren
that
did his
DK's out.
thing.
Yeah, they're starting to run the ball a lot more, and then with running the ball, it's opening up the passing game. So I expect DK to come back and have a pretty good playoff run.
yeah,
Yeah, because he got 2 games, right?
Yeah, he
he
got
got
two
two. I
games,
think
but
he's trying to appeal, but yeah.
That's
but that
crazy that he
division
got
might be
2.
in.
That
Yeah, that is.
and Denzel Perryman got 2. I don't get it, but
Oh, bro. Jeez.
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I would love to go get Justin Herbert, man. Like, oh man, it's not even just because I'm a Charger fan, but I think he's like, man, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take for your cousin to come up off him, but
hey, I'm trying to
I mean,
work
he
on
had a
that
good
too, man.
game.
That's definitely a quarterback I would. But Yeah, he's definitely a quarterback I'd love to add to my roster for sure. Definitely would give up a dart and shit a first for real for like Justin Herbert.
I would do that in a heartbeat, bro.
Because I don't know what the deal is with like I, they got to figure it out up in New York, man. I like Jackson Dart a lot. We're just not.
I don't know if I'm sold yet.
Yeah, we'll see next year. We'll
Yeah, I
see
think
next year. I mean, he'll definitely have his boy back, Scatterbo, and then Malik Neighbors will be back too. So that's a nice little target for Jackson Dart
Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
just with coaching, they just need to figure out like their coaching situation. Thought it was stupid for them to fire their coach, but because he had them boys kind of playing good, you know. But I don't know who's a coach that can kind of make that shit work out there. Hopefully they can though, because man, that's a nice little young group right there. Nice little young core that they got with those three. So hopefully they can make it work.
Yeah.
yeah, I like Jackson Dart a lot. But I just think like it's good just to have because I know Bake you have Caleb Williams and then you have Jackson Dart, but I think your team would be a lot better if your second quarterback was somebody like a little bit more proven, like a Justin Herbert. And I think like having Jackson Dart is good if that's like your third quarterback. But I rather just get someone who I know is gonna ball and like Justin Herbert is one of those players. I think Trevor Lawrence, like I've been saying, is one of those players. Purdy's a good buy. Just like with like a JJ McCarthy or a Michael Penix. Like I have Michael Penix, and I just did not want him as my second quarterback. So that's why I was so adamant of like trying to go get a Dak Prescott, just because I wanted to get someone that I knew was going to put up consistent points instead of taking that risk. But I do like Jackson Dart.
What do you guys
Don't
think
get me
about
wrong.
Bryce Young this year? Do you, in terms of like being a second quarterback?
He's not
But
bad. He's not bad, but he's in that same kind of like category where I said like, Jackson Dart, that type. I'd rather not have him as my second quarterback, but he's good. I mean, he's actually surprising me the way they've been playing.
All right,
Man, I'm
Bake.
just
So, I'll go ahead.
oh no, it's like I'm just excited that DJ Moore had a big
Yeah,
game, man.
we gonna get into that right now. We're
Yeah.
gonna get into that right now. What the heck? Who's that?
Baba,
Who is that? Is that you, Bake?
That ain't
what
mine. Someone has music in the background?
is that? I think so.
All right, Bake. So let's before we move into the playoff matchups, and we can talk about definitely want to touch on DJ Moore. Who do you think needs to catch the friendly phase this week? Who underperformed that didn't do as well as they're
Man, a
capable
big
of doing?
one. I think he still dropped like as far as fantasy, he got you, I think, like 13. But my dog up in Tampa Bay, bro, Baker. Baker
Baker.
had a pretty Baker Mayfield. I'm trying to pull up his
I got him right here.
I told you Baker Mayfield was gonna have a rough game.
All right, so
bro,
Baker
I
went.
thought they was gonna go stupid against Carolina. Like he got his boy back. He got uh Mike Evans back. I mean, I just thought Tampa Bay was about to put up some points against Carolina. Even though Carolina's
Yeah, so
been
he went.
up, playing good, but, he went 18 for 26, 145, one touchdown, one interception. But I kind of
Honestly,
watched that
bro,
game, and he just did not look good to me.
he
He
didn't.
just
And to be honest, Baker might have finished the night with under 100 yards if it wasn't for a last like big play to Mecca. He was honestly on the way of only having 100 yards that game, bro, passing, which is crazy.
Man, he
yeah.
was
The
shit,
analysis says right here, he simply couldn't get the ball downfield aside from a long ball to Emeka Igbuka.
bro. Like
Yeah, without
yeah,
that, he would have finished at 100 yards.
Damn,
it was
Baker,
same
you
thing with
better than that,
kind of
bro.
It was kind of same thing with Darnold too, though. Like Darnold was like first half, bro. I think he only had like three. Like he only had like 3 points or some shit like that, and he snapped second half. But um, yeah, Baker Mayfield just didn't look good. He got who had him? He got Pills 14. Yeah, Pills definitely needed more than that to compete with Steve this week for sure. Yeah, Baker Mayfield definitely got to catch the friendlies for sure.
Well, that's a perfect transition. Let's jump into it. So, semifinals matchups. Steve and Philip. Obviously, Steve pulled off the victory, 167 to 124. Steve, what are some of your raw thoughts as to why you think you were able to pull it off? What contributed to like how you set your lineup that helped you pull it off?
Yeah, I mean, coming into the week, I think I like mentioned it on a previous podcast. I think Philip had a lot of tough matchups. I thought like his quarterback play especially with like Mayfield. Like I kind of mentioned, I think Baker Mayfield's hurt. I think the offense like isn't clicking on all cylinders. I mean, they need to get it together, right? Because they have a division that they're trying to win. But I just thought the matchups for Philip were in my favor. I mean, it's unfortunate that Jordan Love got hurt, but even if Jordan Love hit his projections of like 25 points, I'm still beating him by over 20. So I just thought that Philip had really tough matchups. I think Philip is falling into where he has a little bit too much depth and he's kind of fighting who to start. Um, so I thought the Olave was kind of a miss. And when I saw him put in Drake London, I get why you do it because it's Drake London, but I was kind of excited when I saw that. And I just that's like a big contributor. And I just thought on my end, I thought I had the matchups in my favor. I thought Dak was gonna play well, Jared Goff. I thought Saquon was gonna have a big game. The one that surprised me was Chase Brown, but he's been doing really well. I mean, no one expects him to go out and have 3 touchdowns, but he is explosive. And then DJ Moore, I think DJ Moore, he has the potential. He's kind of fallen into that like wide receiver 2, 3, but without Luther Burden or Roma Dunze, he was just a must start. And I expected that from him because they didn't have those guys. So first half he wasn't really doing his thing, but I'm not surprised. So it just comes down to matchups a lot of the times, and that's why I thought I pulled off. But Philip does he has a really good team, but I think that like that too much depth thing is kind of like creeping up on him a little bit.
Yeah, it can you it's like a revolver. It's like you don't even know. It's hard to know.
Yeah,
But I mean, I feel like you kind of have that same issue though. So like, because you definitely have some players. I'm looking at your roster that you could have plugged in over a DJ Moore. Like you could have thought to do maybe a Michael Pittman, or you could have done even Terry McLaurin. So why would you put in DJ Moore? I mean, I understand that Rome's out,
Did you like
Luther
you
Burden's
like
out.
that matchup?
yeah. So I really like the
What
matchup
matchup?
again, like the DJ Moore matchup versus Green Bay.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
you
so
like
like,
them.
because you could have
Yes.
started a few other players over him too. I feel like.
Yeah, so that like for me, like I do have a lot of players as well that I kind of fit into the flex, but that's where like I really dive into the matchups. Like I didn't think Shakir was gonna have a good game. Because who did Buffalo play last week? They played I'm kind of drawing a blank on who they play, but I didn't think Shakir was gonna have a big
They
game.
played Cleveland. They played
Yeah, so
Cleveland.
Cleveland has a really good defense. And then I knew
Yeah,
Scary
Shakir, that's 5
Terry.
point.
I knew Scary Terry. I mean, even with Marcus Mariota, he got hurt too. But, like, I just don't trust I got a couple players. I do have a lot of depth, but I just have a lot of players that I could plug in that just kinda have bad situations right now, like Michael Pittman with Phillip Rivers, Terry McLaurin with no, like, Jaden Daniels, so it kinda makes my job a little bit easier, but, I still, like you gotta do your homework, you gotta really look into the matchups, and that's why I plugged in DJ Moore and Tony Pollard, and they gave me exactly what, like, I needed, you know? Even Tony Pollard, he had a
Well, yeah,
touchdown,
because
and they called it back, and it was, like, controversial,
I
but
know, that was crazy. Yeah, I saw that.
it's
so
funny because DJ
I even think
Moore's
my
last
team's
game against Green. I was saying
no,
DJ
what were you
Moore's
saying, Vic?
last game against Green Bay. DJ Moore's last game against Green Bay, he like did horrible. So it's funny that you like that
Yeah,
matchup.
actually
This because I thought like going in, I was like, man, because I like Green Bay's defense, and I think Keyshawn Nixon, their corner, is even though it didn't happen on him,
Yeah, I
but
thought that
I
same
just like
thing.
their defense. So maybe like lose, but they've been actually good without Michael Parsons either, like this year. So I didn't like
yeah,
that
that's
matchup
that's the
going in
thing.
for you. So that was actually like I didn't like it going into it. I was like, man, I don't see DJ Moore really doing what he did. I mean, what, you got you what 20, 19? So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
that's
he
funny
got
that
me
you like that
almost
matchup.
21 points. Yeah, I
Like I
just
like
think,
I
like,
like
Ben
Amon Ra.
Johnson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Almond Raw. Oh, and then here's another thing too, where like I was kind of speaking on with me playing Philip is Philip has a couple players. He has George Pickens. I have Dak Prescott. He has Amon St. Brown. I had Jared Goff. So I was just kind of like feeling confident because if those players like perform well, then most of the time that means my quarterback's going to be doing well. I mean, the wide receiver's still going to get you more points because they get for the reception. But if Amon St. Brown was going to have a big game, then that mean that Jared Goff is like, throwing that thing to him. So I just thought that like he was like in a pretty hard predicament. So
Yeah,
yeah, I thought I
yeah.
was gonna
Like
be. I thought I was
I
gonna beat
thought
him,
Ahmed
bro.
was gonna have a
I
great
really
game.
did.
Well, shit.
Yeah,
Hey, you
Yeah,
I
spoke it
was
man.
into
I
surprised.
mean,
existence because you did your thing for real. Shit. Congrats, homie.
so let's jump
And
into
that's a,
week 17 championship matchup. So we got Jack Boys, and I'll just give the people a quick preview. Jack Boys got Jalen Hurts, James Cook, and he has Puka, which those three, and Sam Darnold actually threw up 23 points. So really, those four really helped him win.
And
He put up 164 in the semifinals. So we got Steve versus Jack Boys for the championship, and the matchup. Um, what do you guys think? It's funny, both 7-7 teams that are making it to the championship. But
for a chip.
Steve, what are you thinking about for week 17 going to the championship with your roster and your matchup?
again, like I think Jack Boys has a good team. Obviously, he's in the finals. I mean, but he has Brock Bowers who just got announced that he's on the IL, so he doesn't have a tight end to plug in for Brock Bowers, which is a big. Even though the Raiders have been like one of the worst teams in the NFL, Brock Bowers still does this thing of at least like a 10-point, 12-point performance. So with no Brock Bowers, I feel like that's a tough one. And then when we look at his running back with James Cook, they're going against Philly. Philly has a really good defense. I mean, James Cook and Puka, I expect them to like still get theirs, but I think they have a really tough matchup. I like Saquon Barkley versus the Bills. They have one of the worst uh, rush defenses in the league. So I just think when we look at like the matchups, like I'm more confident this week versus Jack Boys than I was versus Philip. But I do think he has Puka and he has James Cook. So I mean anything could happen. But losing Brock Bowers for him is big.
Are you running the same team back? Are you making any switches this week?
No, I'm gonna run the same team back. I think Tony Pollard in Tennessee's kind of finding their groove a little bit. He's been getting the ball. And Tennessee's actually like I like Cam Warren, man. He's a dog. They're not a good team, but they're trying to catch momentum for next year, kind of build on that. Cam Ward's been playing good. So I'm gonna run with Pollard again. I'm gonna run with DJ Moore and I'm gonna sit Michael Pittman, Terry McLaurin, just because of their quarterback matchups. No Marcus Mariota this week, so I think they're playing John Johnson. But I don't expect Terry McLaurin to have a good game. So yeah, I'm gonna run the exact same team, and
I
I'm
was
pretty
just about to say
confident
You're
this
you
keeping
week.
rocking
Kobe
with Kobe
Parkinson in
again.
too?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep Parkinson in. Yeah, I feel like Parkinson was they run three tight ends, but they still like him. I don't know. That might have been a call to Vegas because there were so many people like taking him to have a big game. Devontae Adams is still out, and I know they like him. Like if you watch the game, he dropped like three or four like passes,
It
and
was
two of
two,
them were
yeah,
big
yeah. It
yardage.
was two for
Yeah, he
four,
did. I
or
did see that.
So
4 receptions, 4 targets, 2 receptions,
yeah, so I
21.
I yeah, I like
I don't know,
Parkinson.
Like
man. I kind
that's
of like
funny
Evan
because I mean
Ingram though.
you got like a King.
No.
Man, you got 3 tight ends that could possibly go off. You got Komet, Kincaid, and Ingram. The Sanders beacon love in Tennessee.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would
I
throw
think
in
Kincaid.
Ingram against KC. KC is so bad right now, bro. They're so bad, and Denver needs to win to try to push for the playoffs, or to get the number 1 seed. Um,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
that's
we'll
what I
see.
would do.
I do like Parkinson a lot. I think like if he catches those balls, he's gonna have a big game. I think he's hurt. I like Kincaid a lot. Like for next year, like Kincaid's a really good tight end, bro. Um, he's just injury prone. I like Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram's like a safer floor probably than Parkinson, but I think he's gonna have a good game. I think he's gonna have a bounce back game. But I like Saquon Barkley a lot versus the Bills. Um, Again, AJ Brown, because it's crazy. Like the Bills have a top 10 passing defense, but it's because their fucking rush defense is so bad that people don't throw the ball, right? Because they're just getting ran on the whole game. So their pass defense isn't as good as it says. So I like my matchups a lot, to be honest.
All right,
But
well,
we'll see.
let's wrap it up, fellas. Championship predictions. Bake, who you think? Is Jack Boys going back to back, or you think Steve
It's something about Jack Boys,
takes it
bro.
all?
No homage. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't really go off the predictions. Like I'm not even looking. I just think Jack Boys pulls this off. But man, Steve,
What is it about his team that you think that you think is
Okay, like
gonna help
this
them
week
pull
in
it off?
Buffalo, bro. I feel like this is a game where Jalen Hurts just goes absolutely stupid. Same thing with Cook. Um, Puka, bro, in Atlanta. I feel like Puka's gonna go off. Keenan Allen, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he does. I mean, um, but yeah, that Bowers shit is definitely gonna hurt for sure. So because Bowers is out, I'm taking Steve. Like, yeah, Steve's gonna win that just because that Bowers shit. That shit hurts him a lot. So yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
he
see
doesn't
any other
have
tight
one.
end he can put
You
in.
know, so that's who's he have?
He doesn't have a tight end.
Yeah,
He doesn't have a tight end. He does this like yeah, I mean Jack Boys has a good team, but Jack Boys has one of the thinnest
yeah,
rosters for
he
sure.
has a
And I
thin
think like
roster.
He's so
He
top
has a thin
heavy.
roster for sure. But shit, he made it back to back. But yeah, I actually think Steve gets him just because that Bauer shit is gonna hurt him way too much. Unless somebody on Steve's roster puts up a goose egg, but shit, I don't really see anybody. Everybody on his roster right now is pretty much rolling. So yeah, I got Steve C winning that shit. Congrats, homie.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. I think Steve got just better players, ov like more consistently, and then obviously the tight end thing. But yeah, I'm gonna give it to Steve on this one
Yeah,
too. So
but it'll be funny if it's close
We'll
though.
see
Who
how it
but who
knows?
goes.
knows? Jalen Hurts could go stupid.
Yeah, I think like I said, I feel like the good players are like starting to come together. I mean, that was the thing that I felt I was like kind of lacking in the beginning with like AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, all these like big name players kind of like playing beat like a little lower than their standard. And I feel like towards the end, playoffs is coming, everyone's trying to just get ready for it. You see these big name players kind of stepping their game up. And yeah, on the shit side, on the shit talking side, bro, I don't see him having it. He's throwing Sutton and Rico Dottle. I mean, the thing about Rico Dottle though is he has like I saw like a 500K incentive on getting a touchdown, so he probably does that this week. So we'll see. It's gonna be a good one.
Money
For his
It's
talk.
gonna
He's
be a
had
good
contract.
one.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a little incentive going on, so we'll see. I'm confident taking a last place team, turning it a contender in 1 year. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, I know. So
yep.
it is what it is, bro.
After this, but yeah, championship week. Good luck to both competitors. You know, yeah, bro, your team looking like it's gonna do it. I don't want to congratulate you too soon, but yeah, good shit. Good shit on just getting there for real, because you started off, man. It was looking treacherous. It was looking bad. After you to be in the championship is smooth after 1 year.
A
Sure.
wise man once told me, hey, when my team was struggling, a wise man once told me the cream always rises to the top, and we see it happening. I think that was you, Greg. Cream will always rise to the top. So
Yeah, bro, because I know
He
Steve
was
was
nervous, bro.
nervous. Steve was nervous, and it do rise to the top. But I was hitting Steve like, bro, all those trades you made are just going by the wayside. That ain't even working. And I've been in his ear about Saquon Barkley about how
It's
he's
just been a
washed.
down year, but bro,
yeah, you
yep.
have.
So yeah, Saquon been blessing you these past
Hey,
few weeks.
hey, real quick before I let you guys go. Hey, before I let you go, Greg sent me a text message and he said, "Hey, Saquon Barkley is not it." I think about 5 minutes later, Saquon went off for a touchdown, and Greg said, "Man, I love Saquon." So you, like I said, cream will rise to the
I
top.
do love Saquon, man.
Was that the Charger
I
game?
pull for the brother for sure.
That
But
might have been the Charger game.
man,
He
he's had
sent
a tough
that
year.
because without that,
No, I think it was
okay,
his
you
past
gotta say
game.
was
It
that
was his
past game?
past game. He was hitting me up that Saquon was washed. But like I said, yeah, we're ready. So
Yeah,
I'll give my team the pep talk, and we'll be
Well,
ready
good
this
luck to
week.
you, Steve. We'll tap in till next time after the championship. We'll see what happens. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody on this Christmas Eve, and enjoy week 17 of
yeah.
the
Final week
NFL
fantasy football.
season.
All right, man.
Happy
Happy
holidays, people.
holidays, friendlies.
Go.
All right, man.
Ghost.